So I'm going to start off with my project by showing you the structure of a synovial joint. So this banana is going to be a bone. I'm going to break it in half, make two bones. At the very end of each bone is articulating cartilage, and this peanut butter is going to represent the articulating cartilage. The articulated cartilage reduces friction between the bones, but they actually never touch. In between these two is synovial fluid, which the honey is going to represent synovial fluid. The synovial fluid has three main functions, including lubrication, shock absorption, nutrient distribution. Off to the side here is the joint cavity, and that's filled with a lot of synovial fluid. The layer surrounding joint cavity is the synovial membrane, which is going to be the ketchup. And then the layer outside of the bone is the periosteum, which is going to be the banana peel. And that is your synovial joint. The next thing I'm going to talk about is diatherosis, or freely movable joints. The six main joints I'm going to talk about are gliding, hinge, pivot, condylar, saddle, and ball and socket joints. The first joint I'm going to talk about is the gliding joint. Some gliding joints are acromioclavicular, claviculosternal, intercarpal, intertarsal, vertebrocostal, and sacroiliac joints. This is going to be the claviculosternal joint. This is going to be the sternum. This is going to be the clavicle. And then where the almond butter is going to be the synovial joint. The range of motion of a gliding joint, theoretically, is rotational. However, ligaments usually hold it down so that this is not possible. The hinge joint permits angular movements similar to the movements of a door. The peanut butter, again, is going to be the synovial fluid in between the joints. Some of the joints of a hinge joint are the elbow, knee, ankle, and interphalangeal joint. This is flexion, extension, and hyperextension. The condylar joint is located in the radiocarpal, mediocarpal phalangeal joints 2 through 5, and mediotarsal phalangeal joints. Its range of motion is any angular movement around two axes: flexion, extension, abduction, adduction. I didn't do it. The pivot joint is located in the atlantoaxial and the proximal radioulnar joint. This pipe cleaner is going to be the spinal cord, and the apple is going to be the atlas, and its range of motion is only rotation. The saddle joint is located in the first metacarpal joint. This is going to be the metacarpal, and this is the base of the hand, and then the peanut butter is going to be the synovial fluid. Its range of motion is angular movement, including circumduction, but preventing rotation. So now we're going to move on to the ball and socket joint. The ball and socket joint is located in the shoulder and in the hip. This is going to be the shoulder and the glenoid cavity, and then this is going to be the head of the humerus. Its range of motion is any and all combinations of angular and rotational movement. All right, third and final part, and I saved the best for last. Yeah. In the next part, I'm going to talk about first, third, and second class levers, origin and insertion, and much more. So here we go. All right, so an origin is a fixed attachment, and then an insertion means a movable attachment. As you can see right here, these are the examples of each lever. First class lever, second class lever, third class lever. In the body, ththese are all joints. So right here, the atlo-occipital joint is example of a first class lever, interphalangeal joint, example of a second class lever, and the elbow joint, and many other joints in our body are third class lever. Down here it shows example of the fulcrum, applied force, and load in a third class lever. Load is considered the weight that is applied to the lever. Applied force is the force of the lever to move, or the elbow joint. And then the fulcrum is where the lever originates. Increasing the effort arm gives the lever a better mechanical advantage. And that's my project.